Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name's Dave, your humble host and pal and buddy and roustabout ringleader, cat herder, and tech botcher. Although we did get things figured out, so we're good to go here. We are here for a brand new game. We've never played Pirate Borg before, but we brought in the Pirate Borg experts here. I think well, we are the most expert people in this virtual Zoom call, right? I mean, I could say that.
No.
No, there's more people. Where are they?
You see this floating skull? That
Um,
probably that's probably a little probably has more knowledge. I It's got a lot of pictures in here, so we're gonna go with it.
it's great art. I mean, these
I
books are
know.
Pretty.
fantastic.
It's pretty.
It's so
Yeah,
pretty.
so I'm here with some friends, some new folks that haven't been on the stream before. So thank you all for being here. In just a moment, everybody's going to go around and introduce themselves. Really excited to be playing Pirate Borg. We've been Kurt and Erica and I have been trying to play Pirate Borg together since GaryCon. We all met at GaryCon and we almost played. We rolled up characters. That was really fun. Actually, rolling up the characters is actually a big part of the fun, to be honest with you. Very cool character gen. Very random. All of us rolled random characters, which is really neat. But we're gonna
What
get
are you
up to that,
playing,
all of
Dave?
that in a minute. I'm playing Old Ben, the mystical chicken. We'll get
That's
to that.
right.
We'll get to that. I've been practicing my clucks. Look, guys, I really just want to welcome you into this wonderful game that we're going to play today. And a couple of quick announcements. We do have on Tuesday night, we'll be back with our Here's a Greyhawk long-term campaign that we've been running for a couple of years now. So please stop by for that. On Thursday, Bleak Season continues with the third episode of the Lord of the Rings. There's a 5th edition Lord of the Rings game that Free League put out, which is absolutely fantastic, and we're doing a short shot of that. So stop by on Thursday for that, and then we'll be back next week for more fun. So that's what we've got going on this week, and we appreciate y'all for being here. If you want to get involved with the guild and hang out with us, I encourage you to jump over to our Discord and join in the fun. We've got a cool little community over there, and a lot of good people hanging out over there. And that's also where we find a lot of our players. So if you want to get involved with some of our games, come on over and hang out and look for the casting calls. Yeah, we do a lot of games. So all right, I'm gonna stop sort of blathering on here. Kurt, I wanna turn over to you. I just want to say I'm really excited to play in this game. We have been talking about this game for a long time, and so finally we're here. And I'm just really glad that you were able to make time for it. There are, just so the folks who are hanging out with us in the chat know, there's like weird weather patterns going on. And so things could get crazy. And if they do, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll come back, and we've got 2 more episodes or sessions of this game, one on the 25th of June and then on the 11th of July. So it's a 3-shot. Kurt, tell us a little bit about what we're doing, what the game is about, the vibe, etc., and then you can introduce folks and we can talk about who we're playing.
Very well. Hi, everybody. I'm Kurt, also known as KuVenet, the Horrible Alchemist. I am your fucking ghostess with the mostest, your hostess for the evening. We are playing Pirate Borg. So, what is Pirate Borg? So, if you're familiar with Mork Borg, then it's not too hard to figure out what Pirate Borg is. But if you're not familiar with either one, Pirate Borg is essentially Pirates of the Caribbean and Call of Cthulhu on crack. Imagine, if you will, the great gods of old. Imagine were released in the Caribbean, and all of the factions and everything like that that existed during the time of, or the golden age of piracy, right, are all there and present, but they all have a bit of a dark twist. In this world, everything is still, for the most part, what we know, but it's more historically adjacent. One of the most biggest commodities, amazingly enough, is no longer that of tobacco and people. Crazily enough, it's what's known as ash. Ash is the ground up remains of the undead. It is their equivalent of spice from Dune. It has magical properties. It has life extending properties, and it can do all kinds of really crazy things and get you really high. But all that aside, we have all this back and forth that happens in this world, and a lot of it is mystical. A lot of it is magic, or what we think is magic. The most important thing about Pirate Borg, though, is that it is brutal. It is unabashedly brutal. Ask our resident chicken with 1 hit point. 1 hit point. That's right. In this game, a D4 is just as deadly as a broadsword. So take that for what you will. Now, one thing to be said about this game is, yes, everybody has characters, and I am deeply in love with every single one of these characters. And no, I don't want anything bad to happen to them at first. But I will say this much. If a character does die in this particular game, right, because it is the nature of Mork Borg and Pirate Borg, death comes for us all very quickly. Anybody who dies, they will kind of hang out for the remainder of the session, and then between sessions, they'll roll up a new character from the remainder of the crew of the ship, is what they're drawing off of. They have a crew of about 30 people. So there's a lot of variance in there for what they can be. Now, none of our crewmen are officers on the boat. They're just crewmen. They're just your average, not going to say it, sailors aboard a privateer vessel, or pirate, if you will. So I think that kind of sums up like what it is that the world is about. Oh, and the most important thing about Pirate Borg and Mork Borg, as the GM, I don't roll any dice. I just tell them the consequences. That's all. Unless I get really bored.
That's called
and then I roll
plausible
dice.
deniability. Like
I mean,
I will murder you through the power of the dice.
I 100%. This is a game of this game. If you were to sum it up in one phrase, is definitely a game of you can certainly try. I mean,
yeah,
there's nothing stopping you except the die. Oh, and because he didn't mention it, I will. We're giving away Pirate Borg stuff.
Damn right. We are. We do have a giveaway going that I was going to mention during my little bit, but I'll mention it now. The folks at who made this game, Limithron, Luke, has graciously donated 3 copies of Pirate Borg to give away. Tonight we're going to be giving away a digital copy of the core rule set. All you have to do is type !drawing to get into the giveaway. I put all that in the chat, so I will periodically post that again. Each subsequent game will be giving away additional copies, but next week we're giving away a physical copy of this book. And then on the 3rd week, we're giving away the special limited edition version. They're so beautiful. These books are freaking awesome. And big thanks to Luke for giving us some copies of these books to give away. It's very generous, and we really appreciate it. So thanks, Luke. ! Trying to get in on the action.
You won't want to miss it. Aside from that, that is me. That is the game. That is what we're going to play. I have a really kick-ass narrative that I wrote. And we'll get into that here in a minute. But next, let's you know what? Let's go with Bunny. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Who are you playing?
Man, those are a lot of questions, and I gotta answer them in order and shit. But
No. Answer them randomly. Keep the audience guessing.
Oh dear Lord, never know what's happening next. Buns, it's me. Hi. Normally, you probably, if you're here, recognize my face. I am a streamer that likes to play any type of TTRPGs. Let's be honest, I'm here. But normally, you can find me over on Phoenix Wacky playing Corbin, who is also known as Spore Jesus at this point. When I'm not. If you want to know what that means, come watch the stream on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Otherwise, you can see me on my own channel here on Twitch at Battle Scar Bunny, where I do smoking plays and yell at people for no reason. Currently, it's Laura Croft from Tomb Raider, as I try to figure out why she wants to be extra Caucasian while we go into these tombs. Let's not go towards the wolves, Laura. She won't listen to me. It advances the plot. Today I will be playing Delphine Dusung, who is, I would like to remind the DM, someone with their own ship, but who is currently, I rolled it, remember?
You have a dinghy.
It's
That
a
is-
ship. Its name is Mortimer the Great, and you'll respect it.
Oh,
They
That's
are
a
a chef.
dinghy.
It's a ship.
it's a
And,
named dinghy. It's named.
It was supposed to be a start to Delphine's new life. Currently, they are just here. They're a chef, and maybe they'll give the crew one good thing before they meet their watery graves: a good meal.
Chicken is not on the menu.
It is, I mean, yes, and that protective baggie of herbs and spices will keep you very, very safe.
Like I'm being marinated while I walk around the decks.
It's the chicken
Right.
equivalent to pirates wearing the gold earring. When you die, there's just enough spices there to give you an amazing burial.
Charbroiled burial. I love it.
It's what you would have wanted.
It is. It is.
Oh man. All right. Next, you know what? We'll go with Erica. You go next.
Okay. Hi, I'm Erica, Nerdy Yogi. I'm playing Wishbone Wilma. She is a zealot of the mystical pirate chicken, Old Ben. She used to be a captain, and she was left on an island to die. And while she was there, she got so hungry, and she started having visions and hearing clucking noises. And several days, there's a chicken that showed up, and he saved her, Ben. And so now she worships him because she believes he is her Lord and Savior. She has a pirate hat, but she's built a nest on top of the hat for Ben to sit in when he gets tired, because he has itty bitty legs. And so that way it's an act of service. She carries him around when he gets tired. She's covered in chicken poop, and when his feathers fall off, she attaches them to her clothes. She also appears as a skeleton because she was cursed at some point, and she has an idea of how to break the curse. But maybe that'll come out eventually in the story if I don't die.
Before you die, you mean?
Again?
No promises.
No promises.
Oh, this is amazing.
And last but not least, the patron of the poultry, the one of which we have a clergyman of the Clucks. Old Ben, Dave, who are you
Hi.
playing?
Hey, everybody. You all know me. I'm Dave. I run games, play games, produce games here, bring people together. That's my favorite thing to do, is to get people around the table. I am playing Old Ben. I rolled up a random character who happens to be a mystical chicken. Now, look, at one point, he was a young, dumb man, boy type person whose family had been taken away by the British soldiers in the dark of night. He had tried to escape by seeking a job upon some ship. And as he was welcomed aboard, granted permission to come aboard, he's walking up the gangplank. He slips, falls on probably on some water or something, hits his head and dies. Next thing he knows, he's a goddamn chicken. And he's been a chicken ever since. He was a simple bloke. He was plagued by bad luck and misfortune. Clumsy sorcerer, I think, is what I've heard. Kind of messed things up. Just so happens our sorcerer, Kevin's not here tonight to fess up. But I do walk on two legs, and they're very short. So thank you for the hat nest.
No problem.
Old
And
Ben.
our last player is Kevin. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Kevin will not be joining us this evening, and he will be joining us, excuse me, next on our next session. But for those of you who are interested, he is Samuel the Butcher, and he has quite a tale to tell. But we're not going to get into that because I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to let him tell you all about himself. So, without further ado, damn the moorings, let's go full speed ahead, shall we?
Aye, aye.
Welcome to Pirate Borg, everybody. We begin our tale in the warm waters of the Caribbean. Here, at the center of the world has almost shifted. All eyes look to the Caribbean, and the trade, the commerce, the magic, and the fighting that exists between all the world's nations, and then some of the freelancing nations. One such nation is the pirate city of Nassau. Here, Hornigold sits atop in his cannoned fortress, watching the bay where free trade and free people come and go as they please. Now, there's a tenuous pact amongst the pirate kings and the pirate lords that exist within the port of Nassau and the surrounding areas. The British, the French, the Spaniards, they all keep Nassau at an arm's length. They don't come in too close because lest they bring about the ire of all of the pirate lords. One of the pirate lords, Blackheart, he sailed farther than any captain has ever sailed. He sought riches that no other captain had ever sought. It is said that his fortune lies on a charted island known only to 4 living souls and 4 undead souls. It is said that his treasure holds the key to life itself, immortality, and the power to rule the seas. Now, Blackheart is said to be nothing more than a legend, a myth at this point. Many of the pirate lords claim that there was an epic battle that took place off of Bermuda, where they sank his ship. But some still say that his ship haunts the seas to these days, always looking for replacement crew. Even the Flying Dutchman steers clear of Blackheart's dagger. But all that to be said, on this wonderfully warm June night, we're back in the port of Nassau, where the scents and smells of tobacco, spice, sugar, rum, and all the things we love about this day and age can be heard in the air, seen on the land. And inside one building, a ring and a bell, and the various clucking of chickens, hooting, hollering, coin being tossed. That's right. We're in a chicken fighting ring. All around you, you hear and see the sounds of people, of sailors blowing off steam and, hooting and hollering, crew this, crew that, wagers being made left and right. And we find Old Ben, the current reigning champ of the chicken ring, sitting atop a small perch, looking down as chickens are going back and forth at one another. At this point in time, I'd like everybody to kind of go around and describe what it is that you look like. I know Wishbone has described what they look like, but let's hear what Old Ben looks like. And Delphine.
At this point, you see Old Ben perched up high, surveying the scene, feeling pretty confident as he watches these younger chickens take each other on. They don't seem to be too much of a threat. He has a miniature tricorn hat on. The major disadvantage that he has with these cockfights is that he's only got one eye. So he wears a small little eye patch on over his left eye, and so he has a hard time with if something comes in from the left. You've seen him fight before. He's got sharp talon-like claws at the end of these scaly legs that have scars on them, and there's patches of feathers that are missing that he is very self-conscious about, and will brush some of his other feathers over to hide the scars and the bare patches. He's not scurvied, but he's seen some action both in the ring and out.
All right. And Delphine, what do you
Uh,
look like?
Delphine is. I decided the other day that Delphine is a biggin. Delphine is tall. It can live out my dreams. Delphine is like just shy of 6 feet. So like at the time, very tall for a lady or a guy. You're not quite sure when you look at Delphine. They normally go by Del. They're wearing, I forgot what the type of hat it is, but it's the same type of hat that I think old Ben is wearing. He said it was like the Napoleon kind
The
of hat.
tricorn.
Yeah.
The
You got
tricorn
the bicorn.
They got the bicorn hat.
Yep.
So they are wearing one of those over long, almost back length locks that are kind of tied half up, half down. And what just is like a sailor's jacket that have rough patches, tar that has been painted on the sides to protect them from the rain. They tend to do night duty a lot. But the clothing underneath looks like it's been made from fabric that used to be a really nice dress. Like their top is like a very pearlescent color, something you would normally find in a gown or like a pretty tulle skirt, but it's been fashioned into this just like gauzy, purpley bluish kind of shirt, and then sailor's pants and boots. It's very ambiguous. You kind of can't tell. They're either a really handsome woman or a really pretty man. But they have like oak skin that is definitely a little sea scarred, a little dry from being around the salt air a lot. But they're like plump in the face, so they're not underfed. They taste their food a lot. That's how you know it's good.
It's true. It's very true.
They are currently yelling for chickens to get out of the way so that they can prepare one of Ben's feet for his fight.
All right. So, Ben, you know that your time is coming up. You're going to have to fight. After all, well, bounty and booty have both been lacking. And so this is the only way to make coin right now, as the treasury within the ship has been slowly dwindled. Your captain, Captain Morgan, has been a bit of a drunkard and has not been taking on the missions and the bounties that have been sought by many. But you, caring for your ship and your crew, have decided to step foot upon the barrel of leadership and earn some coin for your fellow shipmates.
As I'm getting my legs prepared by Dell, I look over at Wilma, and I give her that look that she knows that it's time for my pre-bout shot of rum.
Oh, and I pour it into a little glass, and then I bring it back, and then I open my mouth and I feed him out of my mouth like he's a baby bird.
I knew it. I knew that what you were gonna say. I'm still mad.
Yeah, and then after that, and then I start to massage like his wings, back, the neck. Yeah.
Outstanding. That is not where I thought this was going to go.
Old Ben is digging it.
All right. As the crowd looks on and stops for the briefest of moments at the sight of the chicken taking a shot out of the skeleton's face.
Yeah.
I'd like
The
to roll
physics of
intimidation.
it, the physics of it are mind-boggling. How is she holding the whiskey in her mouth? Why aren't we killing her? She looks undead. What the hell is with the chicken?
Oh, can I try something if this will save us from a mob of people?
What's that?
Can I also have my face painted to look like a skeleton as well? So it's like that's just what
Sure.
we do as his team.
This is my
Yeah.
crew.
Yes.
Yes, this is your crew.
Like
this
my
is
hands
Oh
have
my
like skeleton, like I put bone hands on, my face is painted.
Yep.
They think I'm like a witch doctor or some shit. Like we're going ham.
all right.
Absolutely.
yeah.
As they're all, and as they're looking over, Kurt, old Ben just kind of stops, looks over at this crowd that's turned to like gaze upon the scene, and just says, "What the fuck are you looking for?" in the most cluckety cluck way, just
I know.
angry, you know, like
They all kind of like like they pull their heads back or whatever, and then the announcer starts taking coins and bets again and everything
Right.
along those lines.
I'm like, how do I don what who
All right.
Wallace did?
So you get down into the ring of death.
wait a minute.
As you sit down, there is another chicken, your greatest rival. He hails from Spain. And you see your greatest arch rival, El Pollo Loco.
Do we know each
It's-
other?
You know this chicken. This chicken knows you. This chicken is part of the reason why you only have one eye.
Scandal.
Loco.
Is he wearing it around his neck like a trophy?
Oh my god. I'm gonna try speaking to him in my chicken language. I'm sure that I speak chicken.
tongue?
Sure,
Yeah.
we'll go with that. We'll speak some chicken language.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, "Ay, Polo Loco, you scurvy bastard! You take one eye, I'm gonna take your life this time." And I'm just gonna puff my feathers up a little bit.
It just looks at you, squints, pulls back, and it starts to scrape at the ground with its cleated feet. And at that, you start to hear ding, 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 and you know on that third bout, the fight is on, and it lets out and just starts taking off towards you.
Let's do this.
Its wings just a flapping. All right,
Oh,
here we go.
there's something about your mom. I would like to instigate the shit out of this fight.
Oh yeah.
Like I want people to put money down. I'm that person who's like,
All
"Hey,
right, so okay, so for those of everybody tuning in at home, Pirate Borg is very interesting in how its initiative works. You simply roll a d6. All right, the d6 determines whether or not the players go first, or the enemies or the NPCs go first. So, first off, who all is going to be participating in this action?
I don't know who.
Well, old Ben, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But are any of you going to try and help him cheat, steal, swindle?
What do you think
I
I,
would
did
like
to his
to.
leg?
All right, Wishbone. So you are going to be factored into this.
Okay.
Old Ben, please make our first roll of the evening with a d6.
All right. You guys are basically gonna be helping me somehow. I love that. I love this. This is totally gonna work. I rolled a 5.
5. All right. PCs go first. So, on a 1 through 3, the enemy goes first. On a 4, 5, or 6, the PCs will go first. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. So, now, who's going to do what? Well, as far as initiative goes and player order, it's very fluid. You guys are allowed to pick and choose who it is that you wish to go first to attempt to gain the best benefit of the situation. That being said, what is your intent?
Well, can I ask a quick question? So the betting, So I know
Yep.
that Dell is kind of working the crowd a little bit, right?
Yep.
Does the betting continue until like the match starts?
No, the bets are off. The
Bets are done.
Oh,
Once
Okay.
I
the
thought
once
people
the
were still
de-
putting stuff down.
no,
Okay.
once the bell dinged the third time, the bets are off, and everybody's watching and hooting and hollering and
Gotcha,
waiting
gotcha.
for you guys to fight.
All right. I mean, I can go in, but I'm gonna. Old Ben just kind of like looks back at his crew, and looks for the signal. Like everything's good. We got our monies in. We've got our bets done.
Dale gives you one of these from the crowd, like
The signal.
the signal, like we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So you charging in?
I'm charging in. I'm gonna scrape the
right.
ground, and I'm running
Sweet.
in.
Clickety clackety, make an attackety.
Oh boy, here we go. All right. Now let me ask you this: Is this a what kind of attack am I making? I'm rolling my d20.
You are
I'm
going to
adding-
just no. You are just rolling a d20, and you are
Yep.
trying to beat its defense rating.
Got
so
it.
you are
Yep.
trying to roll a 14 or higher on the die.
and this is strength based.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. So I'm just gonna say this right now, guys. As a mystical chicken, my stats are terrible. But here we go.
If you have a positive to your strength, you'll add that. If you have a negative to your strength, you'll add that.
Yeah. So I have a -2.
All right. What'd you roll?
I'm also. Can I? Okay. So another thing. I'm really trying to negotiate here. Devil's luck.
What about it?
I can re-roll with Devil's Luck if I don't make it, right? I think
Correct.
I have 2 Devil's Luck.
Yep.
No, I have 3 Devil's Luck. And by the way, folks who are hanging out with us and watching, you can use bits to give Devil's Luck to our players. So all right, here we go. I'm gonna do this. I'm doing it. Okay, I rolled a 3, so -2 is a 1. I'm gonna use Devil's Luck.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on. That'd be a 9 total.
That is a 9. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you swing, and it misses.
No!
It manages to feign out of the way just in time as your cleat comes smashing down. All right, Wishbone, what do you wish to do?
What I was gonna do, it only works if they're damaged, so
Psychologically,
will-
he's pretty damaged.
yeah, I would like to maybe move over towards. Did that chicken have like a crew that they rolled in with?
It did. Pollo Loco did have a handler.
Okay.
He is a very stout. Looking conquistador, standing there in his breastplate and Spaniard helmet, as he looks down, the shadow coming over his eyes glaring at the chicken.
Okay. I would how many chicken fights have I been to? Is this like a boxing situation? Are there rounds?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
It's like a
Oh no
boxing
no!
situation.
It is kind of a boxing situation.
To the
Okay.
death.
Unless one kills the other one, then it's an end.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try and like I have a wig, right?
Yep.
Because I wear a powdered wig. I'm gonna try and like pull my wig in front of my face and try and turn my coat maybe inside out and sneak through the crowd and listen in onto his handler, like if he's yelling out anything, like giving the chicken commands or tips or something. Try to figure out their strategy, so when the rounds end, I can go and talk to Ben and be like, this is what you need to work on, kind of thing.
Okay, all right. Well, you do hear him yelling and pointing. He's yelling in a very thick Spanish and accent, and some parts of it are hard to make out, but you do ascertain a few things of what he's trying to tell him to do.
Okay.
All right, now, old Ben, time for you to make that dodge roll.
Ooh. Dell, are you doing anything to help me?
I do have something that I could possibly do.
What's that?
So I've been like raising the crowd. It's not weird that I am in a constant state of movement because I'm
Okay.
sitting here talking to people, going, "Yeah, you see him there?" Like, what's that? The parade scene in Aladdin, how Genie just
Mhm.
kind of kept popping up. That's
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
equivalent
yeah.
of what Dell is
Yeah, I
doing
gotcha.
right now. Just and I want to try to use one of my moves to It says when you attack in the shadows, I could pull a card and kind of see what happens. It's part of my
Mhm.
rapscallion
Yes.
rigmarole.
Ooh.
It is aptly called Backstabber.
Oh,
Attack by surprise. Could I I want to just have something small that I pluck into the ring so it trips up Pollo Loco somehow. Maybe it gets dust in its eye. Maybe it's like a pin that it steps on and its foot goes down. Something. But I just want it to be something that messes
Give
with it.
me an attack roll.
Okay.
You're going to add, in this case, just your presence.
All right. Okay. Did have to write down all that.
The crowd cheering, seeing these two chickens circle each other as they're going in for an attack and about. Attack, feint. Two very seasoned veterans of the cockfights of Nassau. Tensions are building as they're looking up rules, trying to figure out what they're going to do
how do we
next.
survive?
How do we keep Ben alive?
Yeah.
How do we
One
how do
hit
we
point.
keep Ben
One.
alive with his
Okay.
one
All right. You
hit
said
point.
plus my presence, and I'm trying to.
Your presence is on your core stat line, it's going to be whatever the plus is next to it, or minus for that matter.
The plus is +1, and I rolled a 15, so I have 16 total.
16, cool. So you beat a standard difficulty of 14. All right, so you will raise, you will make it to where Ben's dodge roll is going to be a little bit easier.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Okay.
Ben, roll your
Yes.
dodge.
This is agility, correct?
Yes.
Modified by agility. Okay.
Yeah.
A total of 2.
Do you wish to use Devil's Luck? Oh,
Yes.
one thing to point out for all of you joining us this evening, Devil's Luck, as it may be, is not just for you. Other people can cause Devil's Luck rerolls.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, should your compatriots feel the need to ensure that you survive, those who are perhaps a little bit more lucky than yourself, can spend their own Devil's Luck to influence your rolls.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How much money do we have on this bout?
Right now,
Yeah.
there's approximately 500 pieces of 8.
Okay. I'm going to use my devil's luck to re-roll this.
All right.
That's better. That is a 16.
A 16. As you look and you feel the very essence of the seas and this island flow through you, its beak comes piercing down and hits the ground as you move out of the way, and you can't help but catch out of the glimpse of your eye that inside that beak is a steel point.
Yes.
And
Scurvy
it backs
cheetah.
up. It backs up and starts to move around again. Roll me initiative one more time, please.
4.
4. PC still go first.
You guys want to do anything to influence this round?
I already did the one thing. Oh, you're already by the conquistador, right? That was a question for Wilma. We're already by the conquistador, the one
Yeah.
that is helping him. If this is something that we've done before, I mean, he's giving the chicken commands. Try to scare him. I will cover you so that people don't think that you're just some undead zombie thing. You could like scare him.
I like grab him and stuff, terrify him.
Either just pull a full on oogie boogie because your wig is like over you. So if you just went blah,
Yeah, I will like the ring girl start to move my wig and just like start to whisper in his ear, and him feel like a presence and try to scare him.
What do you whisper?
I know your secret, and I know how you're gonna die.
Give me a
Hit
presence
that
roll.
Catholic guilt.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, right.
You
Catholic
hit
guilt?
the guilt.
It's not very good. It's a 4.
He's not quite buying it.
Nope. He
Um,
turns around and he sees the chicken nest on my hat, and it probably tips him off.
Could I make what she did scarier?
What's that?
Could I make what she did scarier?
Not really. You're gonna have to kind of take a separate action if you're gonna take one before old Ben.
Got you.
Or you can wait until old Ben goes and then
I
you
think I'm
can
gonna
take
wait till
action.
old Ben and then do what I can to mitigate damage.
All right. Old Ben,
I'm going in for an attack.
clickety clackety, make an attackety.
My God. All right. I'm gonna use another Devil's Luck. Thanks to Flan Blackmore.
I'll give you one.
All right.
You've
you're gonna
burned a
give me
lot.
one?
Let me give you
All
one.
right. All right.
Let us help you.
God, this is difficult. Nope, that didn't do it either. That's a 6.
That's it. Darts over to your left side, to your blind side. Dell, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know that I have. If we're just describing what's happening and not necessarily using our moves to do something.
Well, I mean, you can. It depends upon what you wish to do. If you're trying to take an actual action that could possibly aid or hinder, then you can do so. If you're narratively doing something, then you can narratively state what you're doing.
Earlier I said I was doing something to his feet. I would like for him to use what I hid in his bandages.
What did you hide in his
Ooh.
bandages?
So birds don't really have a sense of spicy. It's a good thing, but not for wounds. It is a little capsule of spices for him to put on his back claw. So if he does do any type of damage, there's spice and like there's salt in the wound, so to speak.
Okay.
So you kind of have a pocket sand attack there, but
I love it.
Sam. All right. Old Ben,
Yeah.
I need you to make a dodge roll.
Oh my God.
Bark, 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 bark.
7. Guys,
Homie, I'm
All
trying.
right. I'm getting new dice.
Roll.
We're
Honestly,
trying
I
here.
don't think the dice are gonna make a difference. See my stats.
Roll a D2.
Ooh.
You take 2 points of damage.
Well, okay,
My
but here-
guy.
but spiritual ward. I have spiritual ward as a.
Are you going to activate your spiritual ward?
I have to, otherwise I'm dead.
Okay.
I have to. So I
Can I
can.
give him one of my devil's luck so he can reroll?
You could if you want.
I'll give him another one.
Actually, can I use the devil's luck to reduce the damage by D6? Can I?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm gonna do that instead. So I'm gonna reduce
There
that
you go.
damage.
All
I
right.
reduce it by 5.
All right.
Does that technically mean I gain hit points?
No.
Not super mega
I
barbarian.
had to
chicken.
try. I had to try.
My chicken would like to rage.
It like you feel the claw hit you and scrape, and you're like, "Brrr, brrr," and you turn immediately and square up against him. Roll initiative. Yes, in Pirate Borg, much like in Mork Borg, there is a lot of dice rolling.
2.
2. The chicken goes first.
Oh no.
Roll a d20 for me, please. Dodge out of the way.
Okay, that's a 15.
you manage to dodge
Oh my God.
out of the way as it pops up and and lands right where you're at. You see its clawed talon feet ching into the dirt as it hops up.
This guy. I'll tell you what.
And it turns to face you. Now it is your turn to go.
All right, I'm going to just straight up attack this guy. Come on. Come on. Total of 2.
No, sir.
I'm going to use my devil's luck. God, I might as well. That's what they're for. 8. Eight?
Are you out of devil's luck?
Can I keep going can I just stack devil's luck?
Till you're out of it.
All right, I'm going to do it because I might die here. I have one more after this. Come on, Ben. Okay, there we go. 14?
Roll damage.
Yay!
Oh, I
Kill.
hit. Okay, so these are my claws, my talon claws with the special spicy pepper damage. That's a 3.
Spicy pepper damage.
A 3. All right. Your claw scrapes across the chicken's neck, and it falls over, and your pocket sand gets into the wound, and then it starts to convulse, and feathers start molting out of it everywhere. The conquistador is like, no! Ding, ding, ding. And you have it, sailors. Once again, old Ben is king of the ring.
You just see Ben sort of prancing around the fallen chicken. He's just kind of like showman, doing the showboating thing, and then he's going to go in.
The little neck thing.
little neck thing. And then he's going to go up and he's going to go to the body and he's going to start tearing it with his beak and his claws.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
The crowd begins to go wild, and all kinds of things are getting thrown in the ring at you, like additional coins, copper
that's
pieces.
your job, Wilma. You gotta go get
right? Copper pieces. Hell, I think even a pistol got thrown in there at one point.
Nice.
For old Ben, king of the cockfighting ring.
Oh, what a glorious win. He's just so proud of himself as he kind of struts his stuff back to the crew.
Right,
And-
Delphina's like, yes, that's right. Now put it in my hands. Give me the money. Thank you.
So, as you all begin to collect your winnings, right? There's all kinds of interesting items here. And your 500 pieces of 8 on top of roll me 2d6. Somebody.
Go, Wilma, go.
That's a 7.
You gain an additional 70 pieces of 8 that were
Hell yeah.
gathered from the arena fighting area. Also, several interesting items. You find a pistol, no shot for it though. You find a dagger, rusted, an old compass, and you also find an abacus, of all things. Don't ask me, random charts, they're amazing.
While they're all like gathering all that stuff up, and once Ben is done with the body, I would like to go over to the chicken body and start to cut it open and see if I can find a wishbone.
Yes, there is in fact a wishbone inside this technically still alive chicken, but no longer,
Okay.
as you actually gut it right there on the cockfighting floor. The patrons of Nassau are going crazy with bloodlust as you are ripping this chicken apart, looking for its wishbone.
think's gonna
What's
happen
that?
to the rest of it? Don't mess up the meat too bad. That's
No,
fair.
I'm just looking for the wishbone, and then once I find it, if I can, I'm gonna see. I believe Wilma believes that if she breaks a wishbone, that maybe it will break her curse, and that's why she calls herself Wishbone Wilma. So she closes her eyes and she wishes that the skeleton appearance will go away, and she breaks it. Does it go away?
Roll me a percentile.
Okay.
Oh, this could be it.
That's a 7.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Roll the d20.
15.
All right. Your curse begins to fade. Your skeletal features begin to recess back in. But you feel yourself being more corpulent than a full-on skeleton.
Ben is going to take his place of prestige up in the hat nest. He climbs up as you sort of like maybe bend down for him to jump up on your
Yeah.
shoulder and then up onto your head. And he
as you
nestles
settle in, you realize the flesh on Wishbone begins to fill and fill and fill. And this gaunt being that was your keeper is now a rather large, robust, full individual. Almost as if the very clothes on their back are straining at the new size that fills them.
Oh, weird. So are they're like flesh is filling back in?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's as if their curse changed.
Oh.
Like a
Is it-
fat Wilma in a little coat situation.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie Thinner? Think the
Ooh,
reverse version of that.
yeah.
Oh.
I feel
Feeling
But
like
very
as-
bloated.
there's more surface area for Ben to sort of like work with, so he's cool. He's digging
True.
it.
So, as you leave the ring, right? Hooting and hollering happening behind you. The night air of Nassau greets you, and the dark skies and black waters. But the night is still young. The moon is full. What is it you wish to do? You have sacks full of winnings, items collected from the ring. Where do you go to next?
You guys think that we have like a regular spot after we leave the ring of like going to like go over everything, sit, maybe grab some drinks? They're like, who's the nearest like pub with a good dark corner so that we can make sure we can split our riches amongst where they should go?
Where is it? What do you call it? What's it known as? Name your favorite spot.
The leaky bra.
The leaky bra.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
As you may-
It's the first thing that came to my mind. No one said anything.
Are they usually like watertight? I don't know.
I mean,
Is this
What is it? What is it? I don't think they had like the metal bit that normally goes in wire.
The underwire?
The underwire?
That's what it. Because it's just like
Saggy?
the ultimate betrayal is as your underwear is like stabbing you.
Ultimate
It's-
betrayal.
As you make your way to the leaky bra,
Can it be the leaky corset? Let's keep it time specific.
very well, to the leaky corset,
Even better.
you are welcomed by the
Classy.
madam who runs the establishment. Ah, another wonderful evening for you all, I see. Your usual table?
Decent thing.
As you are
Space.
ushered in, a round of grog is brought your way. I need you each to give me just a quick presence check, please.
Nine.
9. Okay.
4.
Outstanding.
To plus our what?
Presence.
Plus presence 13.
13. Okay. The grog is exceptionally strong this evening and begins to take hold before too much longer. You find yourselves enjoying the fruits of old Ben's labor as you are drinking the night away. After a short period of time, though, a familiar face walks in with several friends of his. The steel breast-plated conquistador comes walking in and looks to the three of you, all of you slightly inebriated. Notice that he counts 4, 6, 6, no, of his compatriots walking with him. He walks up. You cheated me.
Ben's gonna stumble up onto the table and just look at him.
I will translate for Ben. You're gonna have to be more specific.
You were getting help. I could tell you were getting help from some unseen forces. Maybe it was your worshiper. Or maybe it was your cook. I don't know. One of them was definitely helping you in that fight. You're too old and blind in one eye. Am I even talking to a chicken?
Because you know experience when you see.
He pulls out a dagger and slams it into the table. I tell you, you cheated me. And I want my winnings.
I'm going to give him his chicken's body back. Here is your pound of flesh.
He looks at you. And
He's
you
so
hear
sincere.
he looks at you and looks at his chicken. The great El Pollo Loco.
The late El Pollo Loco.
And he draws his sword. Prepare to defend yourself.
I draw out. I have a lantern oil. Is there like a candle on the table?
Oh, no. Yes,
I
love
pull
yes.
out my thing of oil and I look at him since we've been drinking and I look at him and say, I don't know if it's going to be you or the one next to you that looks just like you, but I'm going to light your ass on fire or put your sword away. You will not threaten Ben in my presence.
Ben's gonna start backing off real quick. He's gonna start backing away.
You know, let's make an intimidation out of that. Let's see. How are we going to do this? You know,
We're the good guys, right?
Hang on.
Debatable.
All right. We'll treat it like a morale test.
Okay.
Roll a d6.
The 3.
He slowly backs up from this insanely chicken but impressive figure. And I'll get you next time. You won't always be. Yes. And he
Good one.
like as he tries to look for the word, but he's like, I don't know what the English word of this would be. And so he backs up and like they go with him or whatnot, and you are left to your drinking.
Thanks for the
Ben's-
dagger.
Ben comes forward and says, was that guy for real?
I tried to give him back his chicken. He didn't want the chicken. He just put it back on the bag of corn.
What's with the sore losers? I mean, we won fair and square. We didn't cheat. We don't cheat usually.
Okay, I don't know if you have siblings, but you know when they do something dumb, you'd be like, shh, no, don't say that too much. That's how delicate with it. You're like, we didn't cheat. I'm like,
Yeah, but everybody just hears.
Yeah. I look
And
at
the
you and
two-
say, "You're magnificent. You did this all on your own. I did nothing to help you, because that is 100% true. I failed my role."
yeah, right.
For those of you who are just joining us, it warrants, if for the little bit of confusion that may or may not be there, Dave rolled up a mystical chicken. He rolled up a chicken
Yep.
because he decided to go with the extended classes. So he's a mystical chicken, just as an FYI. Hence the clucking. And he has 2 apparent worshippers on his crew.
I'm an associate.
Yeah, there you go.
I am head of his cult,
There you go.
the Cluckers.
Are there more than one clucker?
I hand out pamphlets and golden figurines of you. I'm trying to build. We haven't had anyone sign up for the cult yet, but I'm hoping.
We got to ramp up recruitment. You know, I mean, there's a lot of potential with this thing.
You
I
might
agree.
want to change the name of your cultists from the Nuggets. I'm just saying.
But I feel like that. I don't know, because then it's like chicken nuggets, and that seems kind of
Blasphemous.
yeah. It seems kind of like ugh.
That is what Dell calls the followers behind their backs when she's talking.
The
to
Nuggets.
Call them the
Here come the Nuggets.
One's really, they're like, but it's fine. Wilma is just extra spicy. They're a spicy nugget.
Yeah.
You think it's the cutest nickname they call you? They're spicy
I have
He
no
hates
idea
it.
why they call me that.
Yeah, like you craziest bitch on the shit. You're their best friends.
As the night progresses, you drink the night away in merriment from your winnings. Throughout the evening, though, things get a little more hazy. Oh, that's a good one. The hot wings.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Mm.
Cardman,
Mm.
nice.
That's good.
write that down.
And though,
That town
with a Z.
with the Z. The night progresses, and as it goes, you guys are fumbling around and messing with your winnings, some of the objects that you guys had found. And one thing that slipped your notice initially, but was in there, is you find an odd, well, dial, almost, a compass.
Mhm.
It's an old compass, but it very much has more of a spyglass look to it, like something like a jeweler would use to look down at something, but inside of it is a little bitty compass.
What do you think this is then?
Like,
It's like
do it.
somebody put the end of a spyglass on top of a compass.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we're all drunk. I think they're still going to be
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. I
Just
pull out my
wanna-
spyglass and I compare them. This looks like this. Do you
Only s-
see?
It looks
Only
valuable.
smaller.
Perhaps we sell it.
You don't be boring. See if it's worth something.
What do you
Does it
see?
have any weird flippy clips or anything on it? Does it look like it open like a locket at any juncture?
Nope.
They're gonna like.
But
talk
it does
nice
have
with
like a peephole that you can like kind of like look down with it.
Okay. Yeah. Like I know people used to hide things in the bracelet once. Maybe this has a. Oh, there's a hole.
Do you look down in it?
What is it?
You see ghost ships circling an island on black waters of the sea. Like in real time.
You're gonna look in it. You're gonna look, blink around, look in it again.
What is it?
See the
What
thing
is it?
again.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ships. Ships. Inside of it.
Nah, you're drunk again.
And you're a talking
Brrr.
chicken. Look inside. And they're like holding it up so that over his good eyes so that
Yeah.
he can see it.
Ah,
When you
Yep.
look in, you see an island. Right? You can distinctly make out the outline of the island. And you see several ghost ships, spectral ships circling the island.
they be telling the truth. This thing's magical.
Again, says the talking chicken, but look. And then they like move it and give it to Wilma.
I'll look in. See.
All right, you have eyes again? Question mark? Wait.
Wilma.
So the curse just makes her appear as
Okay.
this. She isn't actually. That's how she can like hold the whiskey or bourbon or whatever it was in her mouth. She just appears like whatever her curse is.
Very skeletal. Okay, got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll look in.
When you look in, you see yourself whole on the beach of an island.
Do I see any ghost ships that they're talking about?
No. Like they looked at it like they're looking at it from the sky down at
Yeah.
an island. But when you look through it, you see yourself turn and smile and look at yourself as you remember what you used to look like. Right?
Okay. And I hold it up and I'm like, oh.
And you see yourself holding this odd shaped jewel. It almost looks as if it's made of jet.
An island and ships. What do you see? The same thing as we did.
I say, I think I'm drunker than y'all because that's not what I'm seeing. I see myself.
You're not a sheep.
I am in this. I am in this.
How can you be at two places at one time?
You there! As you see these,
Okay, go.
as you see these very very almost uniformed looking men come walking in. They very much have a set of crossed cannons, of crossed golden cannons stitched into their vests. They wear blue vests with no blue vest, no shirt, right? White pants, and standard, regular type shoes. And they walk in, but you will know instantly the crossed golden cannons signify Hornigold's crew.
I would like to start sliding down.
I look around. I don't realize he's talking to us.
I jump back up on the hat nest.
They come walking over. What's the name of your ship?
I named the barge. Your turn.
Oh God, I'm bad at names.
Leaky bro.
You got it.
Please try to. Pick a color and a stone.
Bloody boards. I don't know.
The Bloody Boards.
Yes.
The crew of the bloody boards.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. So, you be hands aboard the Bloody Boards.
I.
Hornigold can't find ye, Captain. but we find you, so you'll be answering his summons. And it's best not to refuse the summons of a pirate lord.
You're not wrong. Will you be taking us there? Do we follow you?
I will be taking you.
Is there food involved?
He as a barmaid walks by, there's like a turkey leg on a platter. He just grabs it and sets it in front of you.
And I like eat a little bit of it, and I'll like pull it out of my mouth after I've done chewing it, see if Ben wants some.
It's
Or feed it to him.
cannibalism.
Like
More or less.
the guy
Turkey.
looks at it like it's
Very
like,
fair.
isn't that like eating your cousin?
Yeah.
He's hardcore.
Nice.
He's hardcore. So, you are all go out into the night air, and as you progress, you are walking along the sandy beaches, and you smell something on the air. It smells of burning oil, but there are no fires. It smells old. And you notice that the tide is a bit stronger this evening, but there's no wind.
Do we recognize the smell?
Yeah.
It
is
smells
it-
like it's the same scent that you would pick up for a ship on fire.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. I'm running.
There's no ship on fire.
There's no flames. There's no illumination
nothing.
in the sky. There's no
It's
bells
just
ringing.
it's a scent on the air.
I asked
gonna
the
look at-
guy who. I'm
Who
sorry.
brought us, right? I think we're about to say the same thing. Look at the people who brought us here, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and asked them, do they smell that?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, we smell it.
Elaborate on that.
Don't worry. All will be revealed to you once you talk to Hornigold.
Sounds like things people say before they die. But
Hornigold, he
I'm
wants to take
walking-
us to Hornigold. Have either of you met Hornigold? I'm saying to my companions.
we crazily speak back to the chicken. No, I've never met Hornigold. I've heard about them.
Never met him.
Hornigold, you know, is one of the pirate lords. He is. I
Morgan.
mean, he's the keeper of Nassau.
Yep.
He holds up in his fortress because it's an old Spanish
isn't good.
fortress that overlooks the bay.
Morgan got us into some big trouble, I'm thinking then. This is not good.
Oh, you have something weird on your head. I don't mean the chicken. I'm gonna put that compass under old Ben's butt and tell him to stay there.
It's poking.
Oh.
He's
Fact
gonna
that you can feel pain
readjust.
means you're alive, and then leaves him alone.
I like pet Ben, try to like soothe him.
Just don't pet down.
Yeah. No, side.
As you crawl and walk up the side of this mountain towards where the fortress is, for the first time that you can recall, you look back down at the port of Nassau. And off in the distance, where the moon hangs low in the sky, you see what appears to be smoke on the distant horizon. But no ship is aflame. Just the inky black night clouds, smoke on the water. And we're going to take a bathroom break.
Smoke on the water.
Read between the lines, my friend.
And fire in the sky.
I love it. Hey, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick 5-minute bio break. We'll be back. Please don't forget, Luke was hanging out in the chat earlier, Limithron, who is the one who created this stuff. We are giving away a digital copy tonight of the rule set. So !drawing to get in on that giveaway, my friends. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. We'll see you soon. Hey everybody, we're back. We're playing Pirate Borg, and we haven't died yet, which I'm actually very impressed with our crew. We just won a bunch of loot. The cult is sowing the seeds of glory. The chicken cult.
We will we will go with that.
Although we have been summoned. Kurt.
You have been. For those of you who are just joining us or jumping back in with us, this is Pirate Borg, and our adventure started off, believe it or not, in the middle of a cockfight, where our resident mystical chicken, no shit, folks, he's a chicken, old Ben, was in the middle of defending his title on the port of Nassau chicken fighting rings, where they made a great deal of money, as well as pissed off a local conquistador. After getting into a brief altercation with that and discovering that out of their riches, they found a sort of mystical type item that they're not quite sure what it does or how it works, but it's showing them slightly different things when they look through it. But in the midst of their drunken debauchery and winnings of the evening, they also got a summons from the Pirate Lord Hornigold himself to his bastion of power, the old Spanish fort that overlooks Port Nassau. On their way up, they looked back over the port, over the city of Nassau itself, for the first time really seeing it from this particular height and vantage. And they looked off into the distance and saw smoky like clouds with no apparent flame on the water. Just past, lit up only outlined by the light of a low-hanging moon. Coming up to the fortress itself, giant golden cannons adorn the fortress door as they swing open, and the dirt road gives way to cobblestone and worked stone as you enter. People around, left, right, all wearing the sigil of Hornigold. Torches lit, cannons manned, all with a vigil over the bay. You're led through this fortress of impregnable power, and after a short period of time, you're led down some stairs, and you're made to wait in a room. This room looks out over a side of the bay that you haven't seen, one that's out more towards the ocean. And out there you see a ship, a lone ship, anchored, sails and rigging pulled in, waiting.
Do we recognize the ship?
You recognize the ship as Hornigold's personal conveyance, his actual ship. It is a massive ship. It is a ship of the line, boasting over 120 guns, 5 decks, 4 masts.
We're in some deep shit this time.
Yeah. What did Captain do?
I don't know, but he probably ran after.
I figured Morgan would get us all killed, but not here in Sao.
We all agree that we throw him under the ship, right?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Aye.
No misguided loyalty. Good.
After a short while, a woman comes in with a few tankards. Refresh yourself. The captain will be with you shortly. And she leaves.
Old Ben just sticks his whole head into the tankard.
And it is the sweetest spiced rum you have ever drank. That sweetness mixed with that burn as it goes down and fills your gullet. When you come up, you're pretty sure your eye patch is still floating in the tankard itself.
I'll help him put it back on because, yeah.
That's good.
Hornigold comes bursting in. A man looking beyond his years and age. White curls frame his face. And a blue jacket with golden cannons and admiral's insignias hanging off the shoulders. A shirt that's seen slightly better days, and a brazen of pistols, and 2 long, gold-handled cutlasses sit on his waist. He walks in, so... You're the only one that they could find from the bloody boards. Well, I'm here for a mission for you. And you're going to take it. Because rumor has it that you have the fastest squall in the fleet. And what we need is speed. I'm sure.
Our reputation precedes us.
Well, let's just say lack of options at this point.
Dang.
But I have the most faith that you'll be able to accomplish the mission. If you can't help but notice, the black smoke looms on the water. Blackheart has awoken once again. And we need someone to retrieve his eye.
I would like to point out that our chicken only has 1 eye. We might not be the best people for the job. We're not very good at keeping them.
Ask him how much it pays.
And the chicken wants to know how much we're paying.
He walks over and looks out the window.
It's very domineering figure, and then like the head of Dell like peeking up behind it, like
Yeah. And I'm on the other side, leaning.
Chicken.
Yeah, so yeah,
And
making
you
sure I
guys
keep
see,
my head even
you guys,
for Ben.
you guys see his ship of the line, the powder monkey.
Does he mean to give us the ship then?
Do you mean the ship?
He just smiles. Well, I mean, don't you think you're due for an upgrade?
Well, me personally, yes, very much so. But the rest of them, I mean, yes.
But
Look
here's
at
the
that-
deal.
Okay, sorry.
We're not sure where Blackheart's island is. You have to find his island, and you have to recover his eye. It said he keeps it in his hoard. The jade eye, or the jet eye, that shows him what he truly desires and what he truly wants. It can grant a wish to anyone who holds it. They say that's how he became immortal. But destroy the eye, and you destroy Blackheart.
And which one are we going for here?
You want us
Keeping
to
the
bring the
eye.
eye back to you,
Bring the eye back.
and the rest, anything else we find is ours?
I. But it's not going to be a small task. Rumor has it that his island is guarded by the remnants of his old fleet. Those who didn't quite make it, shall we say.
So you want me to fight ghosts now?
You fought worse.
You're not wrong.
So tell me, are you taking the job?
Do we get to keep the ship then?
I think that's a given.
You misunderstand. If that's the case, you little clucker.
You know
ship.
that face is in character.
The ship is the reward
Mm-hmm.
if you
Mhm.
make it back.
Upon living.
I
They're
think-
gonna. Oh.
He
Do we-
pulls out like from underneath his coat. He pulls out like an hourglass, a little one about this big, right? It's very ornate. It's two skulls stacked on top of one each other, and a glass tube going between them, right? Flat on either end. He flips it over, and you see the sand begin to drain through. Think it over, but I wouldn't take too long.
We speak for
And he
the
walk-
all of the bloody boards then.
And he
The whole
goes and he
damn
leaves.
crew.
He walks out of the chamber.
Wonderful. We have a timed recipe and don't have any of the ingredients. Just fucking go.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would really like to get my hands on that goddamn jewel. Wish myself out of this thing.
You might get mad at me, Will, the way that they like hold Ben to lift him and get the compass and put him back.
Gentle. Okay.
Tries to peck you.
Yeah, I'll like lift you gently. That way she can get what she needs, or they can get what they need.
You go to peck me. I feel like you do it a lot. They're just
Yeah.
like one of these, like they know all your peck.
Kind of a love-hate relationship at this point. I know that at some point that they are going to be cooking me up.
Only after you get killed by somebody else.
Yeah, the way you look at me, though, sometimes it makes me a little uncomfortable.
I won't let them. I'll protect your body. Make sure it's treated with respect.
Before they drag out your wishbone and then click it. This is like a walk and talk conversation for the DM's sake. I need you to know this.
We're walking around the table.
You guys are like in this. You guys are in this room.
Well, I
And
thought they were like,
sand.
here's the
No,
thing. You got
no.
this much. Oh,
No, this is a make up your mind.
Yeah.
oh, God.
So
Yeah,
our
I can
captain, we
agree.
have no idea where they are. Correct.
Right.
Yeah, it's like one of those. Look at me. I'm the captain.
No, you're pretty sure your captain is probably drunk in his quarters on the boat.
Eh,
Okay.
Oh,
All right. I
right.
didn't know if he went missing or what was going on with that.
right,
Okay.
Right.
No. He's probably drunk on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. So we're gonna have to go tell him that we have a mission now. He has to wake
Mhm.
up. But I mean, yeah.
The ship?
I mean, look at what we could get. It's just look at the ship.
Exactly. He's gonna go for it. So will the rest of the crew. We get off that damn bloody board and get ourselves into something real sweet, like after we wish me back to a human form.
There are multiple wishes, okay? So we go for the eye. We tell the crew, but we don't tell them what we're going after. The last thing, it's bad enough that I'm the crazy one that talks to the chicken.
Oh,
You're wearing the chicken is kind of a given, but I actively talk to them. We can't have them thinking that we're.
so we tell them it's buried treasure we be seeking.
Yeah. Everybody's heard about his treasure. So we just tell him that we're going after the treasure and
Then we take the eye.
And the rest can go amongst the crew as it will, but we know that we go for the eye.
Yeah.
Ben, would you want to maybe keep the bloody boards for yourself and offer Captain Morgan the new ship and you could become our new captain?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes, that we could be the Hot Wings ship or the Cluckers or the, ship.
Well, you'd be assuming that Morgan makes it through this adventure in one piece.
That's true.
I feel like Dell has just been laughing since you said that. Like, you want to give the giant castle on the sea to the chicken.
Yes. It is what he deserves.
I mean, she's not wrong. Look at me. I'm majestic and mystical.
I'm surrounded by crazy people. I am a crazy person. No, everything's fine. Everything is fine.
You know what they say? Birds of a feather flock together.
Don't lump me in with you.
We'll take it to a vote then.
All in order. They are gonna raise their hand. They are for the mission.
Wing goes up.
We all like, yeah.
Wing goes up in the
Right,
air.
the wing goes up.
Yep. I'm in.
You will follow your Lord and Savior anywhere. So
of course. Anything he needs.
Hornigold comes bursting back in. Well, have you made up your mind?
Right? We all just like we got caught.
The wing is like still up.
Yes. They like offered it. They rubbed their hand clean, then they offered it to them.
Okay. You shake Hornigold's hand, right? And as you do, you feel almost like the bite of a viper
I don't like
in your hand. Right? And he lets go. And you look at your hand and you see your veins have turned black, leading up your arm for a moment. And then they come back to your hand and a black spot forms. And then it goes away. Just know, if you fail me, we'll find you.
Aletta could also have done the same thing. Thank you for your time.
He just looks
emotions.
like he looks. And as he turns to look out, right, lightning begins to crackle across the sky. The heat lightning, because it's hot, that heat lightning, right?
The humidity.
And it crackles across the sky, and you swear for a moment, in the flash of that light, Hornigold's skin was transparent, and you could see his skeleton. And then you leave.
Dell hasn't stopped looking at her hand. Like, they're moving, but they have not stopped looking at their hand.
It's gone. Like, it dissolved away.
I know it's gone,
yeah,
but they have not stopped looking at their hand, like where it was. They have not stopped looking at it as they walk forward.
Dell, it's going to be okay.
Yes, please continue to give me advice. Talking chicken.
The name's Ben.
You okay?
So what did it feel like when you were cursed?
Oh.
Like any the thunder, lightning. I've heard tales of shadow men, but what did it feel like? Did it feel like something bit you, like something stabbed you in the back, like something pulled your hair? What did it feel like?
Knocked me down, unconscious for a little while. And then when I got up, I remember I couldn't remember a lot. And then I remember it was like fuzzy almost. And then it started to come to, and it was painful. It was like so much pain that it rendered me unconscious. And then the next thing I know, I was looking at a reflective surface and I saw a skeleton and it scared me. And then I
Where's
realized
the nearest reflective surface? Like as you're speaking, I'm still listening, but like, where's the nearest reflective surface?
Do you look into a reflective surface? Okay, cool. All right. You look into a reflective surface and you see your face. Looks
No,
back.
it's not
It
the
looks
same.
it looks back at you. But as it does, when it looks back at you, you're like, okay, that's
Right, that's my
that's
face.
me.
That's
me.
that missing tooth I got. All right, it's all still there.
Right. And you like look and you're like, okay. And then it gets a Cheshire grin as its face drops down and looks at you. And then as you blink, it's back to whatever facial expression you have.
See, you're gonna be fine. Keep your eyes on the prize, Del.
Yes.
you look good, Del. You look good.
Let's just go to the ship.
I wake old Sod Morgan and get the boys ready.
All right, so you make your way back down to the ship. It takes you roughly an hour or so to get back down there. When you do, you come across the ship, and most of your crew is drunk and passed out, along with the captain.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you, like as you guys come. Hi, and where have you been?
Doing your job, and it like drops the coins.
Oh, I see you've brought a proper captain's bounty. I guess I'll be taking my share. And you see him like his hooked hand reaches out, grabs, and scoops in, and there's literally 3 pieces of 8 left. And he scoops the rest of it over to his side. Yep, that looks about right.
And I'll see you for our nightly poker game. Yeah?
Did you
your
get
mind
the new
sharp.
supply of rum?
Yes. It's waiting to be boarded.
Good. And you see him, he like walks over kind of stumbling, and like he literally has a rum keg in his quarters. And he starts to fill his tankard. Now, go back to whatever it was you was doing.
I'll see you bright and early for us to head out, Captain.
Bright and early. We're not going anywhere.
Oh, we don't have a choice, afraid. We have a summons.
Oh, yeah? From who?
The keeper of Nassau. We've impressed him. We have the fastest squall, you see. We just need to pick up some shinies for him.
He like reaches out, grabs your hand, right? He like grabs your hand, and he smacks his like this, and he rubs his fingers across it. And you see that blackness move through your veins and form as a spot. You've done made a deal with the pirate lords.
I did not have a choice, and no one could find you to tell him no.
You've cursed yourself and every ship you board.
I shook a man's hand. That's all.
You shook the hand of a pirate lord. There's a reason I don't take jobs from them. And you see him stumbling, like goes and he stumbles out, right? And he goes, "You're all be cursed." And he stumbles off and falls off of the ship into the water.
I pick Ben up and I whisper to you, should we let him drown so you can be captain?
He's a goddamn coward, that one. We do better without him. We got Dell to be the spokesperson, to tell the crew what to do. You got the mystical chicken at the head of the organization. You got Wilma. Wilma's in charge of
Security.
recruitment and security. Yes,
I'll hand out
yes.
pamphlets. All the pamphlets. I'll make sure he drowns.
We'll
And I
have a-
set Ben down
Nice.
and I'll watch, make sure he goes under.
You actually see him start to like realize what's happened, and he starts you'd have to like climb down the side.
I go down and
Isn't
I
there one of those, like,
hold him under.
Cow hooks or something.
Murder.
Give me a strength test.
Oh boy.
Roll a d20 and add your strength.
We're gonna get put to death for mutiny.
It's a 16.
What do I roll to have a successful mutiny?
Make a mutiny roll.
It's a 16.
It's a 16.
Come on.
Roll a d4.
Just
Oh,
go into the depths.
Captain Morgan.
2.
As you're holding him down with your boot, a bloop 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 bloop. You see his eyes, lifeless in the water, slowly start to sink
Oh my
down as his
God.
body sinks down.
Before I allow him to go completely in depths, once I know for sure he is dead, I would like to try and loot him and then just encourage him
push
to go
him
down.
down.
Pat him down real quick.
You get a cutlass,
Uh-huh.
Oh.
a hook for like a hooked hand,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you get his hat.
Yes.
The has.
Okay. I'll push him under and I'll climb.
As you push him down, you glance back and you see his eyes staring at you, his dead,
Ah.
lifeless eyes staring
That's
at you
vendetta.
as he sinks down into the murky black.
Oh God. That's definitely not going to come back to haunt us.
Yeah, is it? Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Good
I
job,
climb
me,
up.
Wilma says.
And I kneel down in front of Ben and present the hat,
Oh,
the hook, but I keep the gun for myself.
How you wear the hook on your waist?
he's gonna call Ben. Ben surveys the lot of it and climbs up onto the hat, and he just stands there.
Yes.
And he does the old rooster cock-a-doodle-doo morning, real loud.
I'm gonna raise you, raise you
Just
high
He does it
in the front
again.
of the ship.
Yeah.
This whole Titanic moment. Just.
Oh no.
King of the world.
Oh, I love this.
It can like narratively, can there
So-
be this moment where Dell like sits in the seat that's available because it's the captain seat, and they're just like, we're all gonna fucking die, but they're like sitting in the
Do you
captain's
cr- do you crow that? Like, do you in the like the sunrise kind of thing?
Yeah, like big crow
for sure.
The crew begins to rise. And like, so what the hell's going on?
Oh.
Who's going to make the what's
Well, Del,
what?
we've got a job to do, and you're the best one to tell him. There's a new captain on board this here ship.
Oh, you want me to tell him the captain's that chicken?
The captain
Tell
is
him.
indisposed, perhaps.
That he got drunk and he fell overboard and drowned.
But follow it
Truth.
up with the fact that we're all gonna be rich because we've got a lucrative job, and then they'll forget quickly about old Captain Morgan and keep their eyes on the prize.
And then we'll give
Alright.
them a bigger part than he ever would have, because he always stole from us. He
Aye.
was
They're like-
greedy.
Yeah, like they're
And
like saying
Ben-
it's starting to hype them up. They're like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
we could do this. We can do this.
Ben- Would never steal from us.
I'm not telling them the captain is the chicken.
It
like
is.
all of it, like, yeah, no, so you can't
It
make me
is.
say that one.
You
it-
can.
Will you let me wear the new hat?
If you call me Captain Ben.
When you're on my hat, you're Captain Ben. Every other time, you're just Ben. And they point to the nest that's made on Wilma's hat. You gotta choose when you want to be captain.
Fair
Do you,
enough.
do you need a Del? Do you need a nest for your?
I do not need a
your
nest in my
hat.
hair. do
I
not need
can
a
make
nest.
you one that's
I
similar
would
to mine.
appreciate it. You could put it in my apparent new quarters, Ben's new quarters, and I will put it on when necessary.
I will start working on that, and I start to go make a nest in the captain's quarters.
I am gonna take out my machete and kick open the door.
All right, you kick open the door, and the crew's all standing there. They've got lanterns lit, and they're holding it up, right? And most of the crew is there, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Who's sober?
Like
Good.
you just hear a whole bunch
It's
of
just
chuckling.
this chuckling of like a
It's-
sea of chuckles, and they like mutter to themselves, "Good, you won't see through my bullshit. The captain's gotten us into shit again."
Huh?
Yes, please make that noise. We have a summons, and we've been abandoned by the man that never paid us. And they like start listing all the dumb shit Captain Morgan has done.
Okay.
And they're like, and then they start talking about going up and hearing about the thing, and that they were summoned up there and they were the only ones. And what were we doing? And then they hold up like the coins that would be the crew share, and then they go like this at them so that it like lands amongst them all drunk, and they're like,
They
I was
immediately
getting-
start fighting. They immediately start fighting one another.
Why are you idiots?
Because you just threw money at them. Yeah.
Their money.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not gonna have a crew.
They
How do I
work off the
They
alcohol.
all start fighting each other, grabbing for coin, grabbing for gold, grabbing for whatever was thrown at them. And
I'm
it
gonna do
turns
the-
into a full-on melee.
I'm gonna try
So I
to
just-
stop it by doing the rooster crow again to get everybody's
They
attention
ignore
back.
you.
I
They're
walk
idiots.
out and I fire my gun in the air.
They
Please.
stop.
Thank you.
Look at all of them and say, "There's plenty more. Ben will lead us to a great treasure."
The
I
chicken?
will lead us to great treasure. Ben will be on my head.
Yes, because I will make another nest.
They have that look of like, we're drunk, but we're not that drunk.
That drunk?
But his main nest, I would like it to be noted, is on my hat, not on Dell's. And I look over at you.
All right, that this understanding look. They give you a little nod. You
Mhm.
are the main nest. They do not
Mhm.
fight that. Do you want more money to possibly kill each other over?
Give me a presence roll.
I feel like that was
Hell
a
yeah.
smart question. All right, ocean dice. Let's see if you can do me
Come
some
on.
good. Oh, wow, that was a dramatic roll, homie. But you're an 18. That's a 19.
All right. Surprisingly enough, none of the crew really are questioning you, Dell
Good.
or Wilma. They're
Why?
confused,
Good.
but they're not questioning it.
Yeah. Oh, well, basically, I'm convincing them that the captain abandoned us once he found out what we had to do, and I will lead us on a treasure hunt that will make them richer than even their children will be able to spend.
You're doing great, Del. Tell him also that we leave at daybreak.
And it all starts at daybreak. And it's like that moment where they're like trying to hold up the machete, like
and they're all like, yeah. But then they kind of stand around for a minute, right? And they kind of stand around for a minute and like, so do we go back to drinking?
You have one. Go to sleep. I'll make food in the morning. Hey! Fucking idiots.
It's what we have to work with, Del.
They're gonna throw up now. Like after that, everybody goes to drinking, and they're just like, blah.
So they go back, right? Though some of them actually kind of like start talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, I know.
And looking back at you all while they're discussing, what else would you like to do at this point?
Captain Ben is gonna. I'm gonna have to change the overlay so it says Captain Ben. But Captain Ben is going. He's gonna very casually, hop up on the rail, walk along the rail. He's gonna try to see if he can overhear what these crew members are talking about. If they looked suspicious, he wants to know what's going on.
Several of them are talking about, are we really going to take orders from a chicken? Right? Who put the cook in charge? Yeah, wasn't there a book about the last time the cook tried to take over the ship? Yeah. I didn't think that one through, did you?
It's not that I tried to take over the ship. I just tried to tell people what to do while the captain was still around, and he caught me.
Several of them said that Captain Dell can't be any worse than Captain Morgan. Some of them said, well, they're quite fond of Captain Morgan. Others say that they miss the crewman Bacardi, but here they are.
He was the pinnacle.
He was the pinnacle of first mates. Captain Morgan and first mate Bacardi.
They made a great team, didn't they?
They did make it a wonderful team, but then once Bacardi had died, Morgan just wasn't the same.
He lost the will to live.
Yeah.
It's true.
Sad.
It is true.
So sad.
But you also overhear some of them talking about why should they be captain? Shouldn't the butcher be captain? After all, he's the one with the magic.
I will relay all of this gossip to the cult members, and we have 2 cult members now.
Technically, no. There's more. Actually, no. You know what? Wilma.
Yes.
Roll me a D6.
Yes.
Oh.
4.
You have 4 other cult members of the Cult of the Chicken.
Yes.
I will call forth the hot wings.
Yes.
Yeah, that was going to get worked in there in some way, shape, or form. I blame you, chat. I blame you.
It's
It's the chat's fault.
No, Dr. Pepper is on another ship. Thank you.
They call him Sawbones Pepper.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So they come forth.
We might have to work on like a marketing sort of vibe so we can get some of these naysayers on board a little bit more. They don't have to necessarily be full-fledged cult members. Eventually we could sort of like, work them into full cult membership. But like
There's
that sort
levels
of
to it,
yeah, there is. There's
Yeah.
yeah.
like an occultist parfait.
Yeah, I mean, yes, exactly. Delicious and also deadly. We also have to remind these people that we're going to be rich because there's some naysayers out there that we got to keep an eye on. Just saying.
I will tell the hot wings to, when they hear of someone questioning the leadership of our captain, to report back to me who they are. And I will encourage them to reinforce the mightiness of Ben and how he will lead us to a great treasure. And because he is our captain, we will get more than we ever would have gotten from Bacardi or Captain Morgan. And that way I have a running list of the people who are naysayers and possibly keep an eye on the mutiny if there is one.
Okay.
This is going to go great.
No, Grey Goose is frozen in the Atlantic. Sorry.
can't.
And Southern Comfort is too busy in the Gulf of Mexico.
And I will give them, since I have my own coin, right? I will give them each coin to encourage their reinforce that behavior, trying to like shower them with praise and give them some coin and say, these are just a little bit, if you are devout followers, I will make sure you get extra coin, and try to pay them off a little bit.
Okay.
It's from Ben.
Captain Ben,
not
Captain
from
Ben
me.
takes Wilma aside later. This is like later on, and it's just like, I like your spirit, and you're doing great, and the membership is growing, things are moving in the right direction, but at some point we gotta think about the business model aspect of it. These cults, they tend to bring a lot of coin into the cult, and if we get too busy giving all the coin out of the cult, well, we might run out of coin, and then we run out of cult members. So if we could figure out a way for them to bring us the coin, it's just something to think about.
It's true. I'll keep that in mind. It's not really, I like to think of it as not a cult. I feel like there's some negative there. Maybe we should think of not calling it a cult.
Whoa. What do you think?
And also, I think Dell wants a nest for their hat for you to sit on. How do you feel about that?
I'm usually a one hat kind of chicken, but don't want to leave Dell out, and well, I'm willing to be poly hat.
Okay. I'll fashion you another nest. Maybe it just won't be as big as the one that's on my hat.
Your hat will always be my first nest.
Salt nest.
I make a nest for Dell's hat, and I hand it to them, and I say, "Here you go." And
Not a cult. Right.
Not a cult.
Yeah, Bleak. Not a cult. Not a cult at all.
Not at all.
Not a cult.
And as oh my lord. As the crew of misfits of the cult of the chicken go through and oh fuck you, polyhatterus. Anyway, oh no.
That's canon.
That's canon now. That's
Poor Butcher.
canon.
They're gonna come and like I missed one session and you're polyhattermer.
As we pan away and go across the dark seas of the Caribbean, after a short period we look over and we see a black hull cutting through black waters, and a shambling crew of the dead moving about its decks. No barnacles adorn this ship. The very fish in the sea die in its wake. This ship is death itself, rolling across the waves, and it sees Nassau before it. And a dead captain walks up to the prow of the ship, looks on, lifts his tricorn hat, and the black orbs that were his eyes look out, and a smile creeps across dead flesh. Smoke billows in its wake. The burning hand sets sail for the port of Nassau. And that's where we're going to end for this evening, friends.
Oh my gosh. So was that Blackheart?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like with some serious intention. Oh shit.
Let's go.
Oh well, Kevin's gonna need to get caught up on all the shenanigans for next time. I'm so excited.
Yes,
Awesome.
we're ending a little bit early because we didn't want to have our friends set sail without our last crew member.
That's right.
So we're kind of reeling it in a little bit earlier than normal. Normally we'd probably be going straight up until 10. But yes, thank you everybody who joined us this evening for the opening intro here to Pirate Borg, Blackheart's Waters.
Kurt, thank you so much for pulling this together. And Erica and Bunny, so glad that you're available to play. And I can't wait to get Kevin in here for the next session. Super fun. I've been wanting to play Pirate Borg for a long time. I've read the book furiously so many times, and now we're actually playing. So very excited, and thank you all for being here. Let's do a round of outros if you want. If you have, tell us again who you are. If there's anything you want to plug that you have going on, or ways people can connect with you. Let's start, Kurt. Let's start with you. Thank you so much again for bringing this to life. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, this is fun. I love it. I love Mork Borg. I love Pirate Borg. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love D&D. I do. I really do. But I also love all the other things that we can do in the role-playing game universe. Yeah. Let's see. As for me, the next time you can catch me next Sunday if you are available. I know it's Father's Day, but if you're available from 1 to 4, I'll be running a Castles and Crusades one-shot over on Blue Box RPG. Nice. Feel free to tune in and check it out. It is from the Abyss Walker series, so it's going to be dark and gloomy and all kinds of spooky and junk because that's what I like. So you can catch me there, and then after that, the next time you can catch me is back here. After next Sunday, I'll be back to streaming on my own personal channel a little more regularly, but it's probably going to be stuff during the afternoon, playing some video games here and there, and maybe I'll fucking drag Erica on or something like that for a little back and forth Q&As type stuff or whatnot. Nice. You never know.
Fun. That sounds great. Well, thank you for making time to be here. I know you're a busy guy. And thank you for braving the weather that you've been experiencing. Erica, thank you for getting in on this. Let's pass it over to you, Erica.
Erica Nerdy Yogi on like socials. You can find me on the next episode of this. It's my second time live streaming, and so I'm putting myself out there. That was my goal of this year, and Kurt's been dragging me along. So thank y'all for letting me play with you and inviting me. That was really nice. I had a great time playing with y'all and meeting Bunny. It was a lot of fun. Next month, me and 2 of my friends are launching our podcast on July 14th. It's called Dice and Dish. It is a roundtable discussion where we each bring a topic about TTRPGs and we roll dice to see who goes first, and then we dish about it and give our 2 cents. So if y'all are ever available and want to be a guest, I'd love to have you on.
Sweet. That sounds awesome.
Me.
For
E-
sure, definitely.
Erica, thank you so much. Wishbone and Wilma, when you started like developing the details around that character, I was like blown away at how creative it was. So thank you so much for bringing that. It's funny.
I appreciate that you let me bring in my shenanigans because I wasn't sure what the level I was
Absolutely.
going to be allowed to bring in.
Oh yeah, bring it. I love it.
Good
Thank
deal.
you so much. And Bunny, thank you for making yourself available. We've been talking about playing games together for a long time, and
I
finally
know.
we're here. So
Was it worth it?
Hell
After
yeah.
the madness that I
Hell
did this
yeah.
session, do you
Dude,
regret it yet?
No, I want more of the chaos. This is gonna be so fun. I'm sure Kurt is like, what the hell did they do?
I'm for it. I'm for it, you little chaos. I'm for it, you little chaos
Look,
gremlins.
I just want
I
you to
love
message
it.
me later,
Listen,
like the moment you went, what the
listen.
fuck is wrong with you?
I am 100% for you guys being little chaos gremlins because no
Oh,
matter
gosh.
what, be the chaos gremlins because I'm still the dark and broody evil GM.
You
who
are.
You guys can go ahead and be the
Counterbalance.
you
Yeah.
guys can be the comic relief, and then when Blackheart rips your hearts out and eats them for himself, then
As long as he's hot, I don't care.
I mean,
Hot
With like
is,
evil hot
like
BBEG boyfriend. Just
Oh my god.
I mean,
Get ready for
on
the
again,
romance.
off again with
We're
hair
gonna
gold.
we're gonna need a
That's
fourth. We're gonna need a fourth session for the romance scene.
just for the
The
romance.
I mean,
Someone romance me.
Oh my god.
You cowards.
All right, buddy, tell us where we can find you and what you got going on and all that
I'm
good
not
stuff.
Here, well, for the next 3 sessions, but I'm not here causing all of the types of chaos. You can find me over at Phoenix Awacky's channel on Wednesdays around 10 or 11 EST, depending on where you are. Where once again I play Spore Jesus. We were playing Out of the Abyss. It is an amazing game. When I'm not there, I'm just a bunny ready for battle, playing on my own Twitch channel, Battle Scar Bunny. We have an upcoming what am I doing? I think Saturday. Today's Sunday. Monday, I will be doing a lovely smoke and play where I yell at Laura Croft and we try to save people from the sun goddess. We're on the first game, the new first game with the origins, and we'll be going from there.
So you play through the game and then you talk shit to the main
I talk
character?
shit while I'm playing the game.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear a bunch of lighter clicks, and then it's just me going, all right, bitch, let's go. And I got a few headshots last time. It's not that I'm bad at games. I just talk too much. And now you all get to witness it.
Oh my
Normally
god,
I'm
that's
crying
hilarious.
at my own choices. I'm always playing something, and I'm always ready for battle, so come join me over there.
Awesome.
I
Thank
love
you for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys all know me. I'm Dave. I play games, produce games, run games here on Guild Superior. We've been doing it for a couple years now, and I'm just so grateful that I get the opportunity to play with folks like the people that you see on the screen here and all the great folks over at our Discord. I highly recommend. If you're not already part of our Discord community, to check it out, I'll drop a link. We have some loot to give away. So I just want everybody to know that we are going to give away a digital copy of the Pirate Borg core rule set, courtesy of Luke over at Limithron, who created the darn game. And once I saw it advertised for Kickstarter, I had to get involved because pirates and role-playing games and and then it's like the Mork Borg tie-in and just the darkness. I love it. So anyhow, we're giving that away, ! Drawing, to get in on the action. We're going to go ahead and draw that in just a couple of seconds here. Just wanted to tell folks that we are also going to raid into a friend, which we're searching for a raid target right now. I see one.
Creeps on.
Yep, I see the creep getting creepy. We have this week on Tuesday, we will be going back to Greyhawk with our Heroes of Greyhawk stream. We've been doing that for a couple of years now, and it's getting crazy. And then on Thursday, on Wednesday, we have the first of a 2-shot of the Witcher RPG.
Hell
And
yeah.
then on Thursday, and Bleak is running that. And then Bleak's coming back on Thursday to run the Lord of the Rings game that he has going with a bunch of great players. And they're having a blast with that new Free League Games 5th edition Lord of the Rings setting or rule set. Super awesome. So yeah,
I've always wanted to play Witcher. That is one of those ones that I've always wanted to play.
Yeah, for sure. It looks awesome.
I have mixed feelings.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games too. You're eating a piece of bread while you stab a wolf. Like,
I mean,
I mean, there's that.
I'm all for
There's
the story.
also that.
I'm all for all of it. If I could never fight anything, I'd love that game. But if I'm sitting here doing this while I'm doing this, I can't do it.
Hey, you got to be able to multitask in these games. That's all.
Multitask. I'm way too good at running a cult, according to a Cult of the Lambs. I know how to multitask.
Oh
That's
my
ridiculous.
gosh. You playing that right now? Because I've been playing it.
Dude, I want to use the Twitch mobile. Have the people who come watch me. If you follow, I'll make you one of the cultists in my cult.
Yes.
The Cult of the Bunny.
I
Oh,
will join
boy.
her cult happily.
There's
I love
so many
cults.
cult opportunities nowadays, you know?
I
Like
know, it's
every
so
time you turn around, you're
many.
bumping into a cult. It's great.
We have
It is.
pamphlets.
Yes,
Pamphlets?
are
Mhm.
important.
They help.
They do. All right, look, guys, we're gonna
informations.
give this thing away. Let's do this
Mhm.
giveaway. I'm gonna roll this up. Oh, here we go. Vamp Wickman, the Vamp Wickman, who is here. You have won the giveaway. Congratulations, Vamp. I will reach out, connect with
Huzzah!
you, and make sure you get that
Huzzah!
loot.
Huzzah.
And yeah,
All the applause.
thanks again to everyone for hanging out with us. We're gonna go ahead and raid into our friend Darling Creepshow. Please give Creep some good old-fashioned Guild Superior love. Hit those emojis and get in on that fun stuff.
Bye.
Bye.